Yes, students, sorry for the interruption. Power went off, right? Welcome back again. How do you call this? Benchmark, right? இதுதான் ஒரு நியமம். மார்க்கெட் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ ஒன்றுக்கு சமனாக இருக்கும், ரைட்? ஒன்றை விட நீங்கள் கணித்த மார்க்கெட் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ வந்து குறைவாக இருந்தால் அதை எப்படி நாங்க இன்டர்பிரேட் பண்றோம்? ஒன்றுக்கு சமனாக இருந்தால் எப்படி இன்டர்பிரேட் பண்ணோம்? ஒன்றை விட கூடுதலாக இருந்தால் எப்படி இன்டர்பிரேட் பண்றோம்? For an example, in my example, beta of Sambat Bank is equal 0.5. It means right, it's called defensive securities. Defensive security, because it is less than 1. It is less than 1. Or in other words, conservative security. Here, the value is greater than 1. It is risky security, because it's high risk. In the previous case, Sambat Bank 0.5, it's less risk, right? According to the example in the soft logic, it's 1.8, it's high risk, risky security. Or say aggressive security. Here, it is whatever plantation, it's equal 1, right? These are hypothetical beta values, right? For example, so it's matching with the benchmark. This is neutral security. Neutral security, right? According to this benchmark, right, beta G is 0.76. It's low risk, and it's defensive security. Kindly switch off your mic. Okay, did you understand? Right now you can do some questions from the past papers, same type of questions you have in the past paper, right? Okay, so I started with coefficient of variation, right? Started that, right? Okay, from the last class example, right? When there is equal return or when there is some cases, right? Sometimes you need to calculate coefficient of variation because using the standard deviation, you may not be able to come to a conclusion, right? So coefficient of variation is calculated standard deviation upon mean value of the return, mean value of the return. Then we discuss something about risk attitude, right? Then I started risk classification, where in detail I explain unsystematic risk and systematic risk. Then we started the calculation of systematic risk, right? Then I explain about the securities. Right? What is the meaning of the security? Right? Securities consist of stocks or share of companies. Debt trading. Debt trading in a sense, you have debentures, bonds, treasury bills, all these instruments are handled at the Colombo Stock Exchange. Right? So we have CSE, Colombo Stock Exchange, right? You can go through this CSE, right? The website www.cs Colombo Stock Exchange.lk, Colombo Stock Exchange. It's regulated by SEC. Colombo Stock Exchange is regulated by SEC. What is that? Security Exchange Commission. www.sec.government.gov.lk. So you can go to these websites and you can see how many number of listed companies and what are the industry, how many industries are there, right? I'm sorry, how many industry sectors are there, right? You can go through more and more and you can get some knowledge about it, right? Then I move to the portfolio. Of course, in a nutshell, we call combination of securities as portfolio, right? எல்லா நேரமும் இன்வெஸ்டர்ஸ் ஹை ரிஸ்க் உள்ள செக்யூரிட்டிஸை செலக்ட் பண்ணி they want to enjoy more return, but in practical context it is not like that, right? In the portfolio we should be able to identify what is defensive security, which portfolio is defensive security, right? And aggressive securities, or in other words, I use risky securities, and neutral securities. You have to go through this. You have to you can get the help of the analyst, and before you make the decision, before you make decisions about your investment. Okay, that's why we do these calculations. Then I move on to the calculation, right? In the calculation, I told this the model which was developed by the William F. Sapi, right? Where this is a simple regression, right? Which you studied in this business statistics. I hope in the first year, first semester, second semester, right? In this, we want to calculate the beta value. So to calculate the beta value, we come to this formula. Beta J is equal covariance of Kj Km upon variance of market portfolio. Again, from this formula, I move to this formula because this formula is consisting upper part, I mean the denominator and the numerator. Denominator, we can write like this: summation of I is equal 0 goes up to n term Kj minus K bar J into market portfolio Km minus K bar M upon n minus 1. This is the upper part of this formula equal. Then after, we have to calculate this variance of market portfolio, right? That is sigma star. I explain each and everything in this table, right? And finally, we calculated beta j, which is equal to 0.76. Then I explain about this interpretation. In terms of interpretation, right? Beta value of the market portfolio is equal 1. That is the benchmark, right? Based on the benchmark, you can do the interpretations. If it is less than 1, then it's defensive or conservative security. It's low risk. If it is greater than 1, it's a risky security or aggressive security. And if it is equal 1, it's neutral security. So that's it from me for the today's lecture. We will meet in the next lecture. If you have any queries, any clarification, we can discuss. Otherwise, we can conclude today's lecture. Yes, anything to clarify? Yes. Anything to clarify? No clarification. So thank you very much. We'll meet in the next lecture. You can leave. Thank you.